Welcome to another edition of Damn TV with Damn Sam. Good morning from Sheffield. Damp Sam here. Another video and another interesting video for you, I think. This is to do with waterproofing. Not damp, waterproofing. So it's waterproofing Sam today. Right. I'm going to take you through this job stage by stage because I'm going to do quite a few videos while we do it up. It's a flat in a block of flats. And it was built in late 60s, 1970s. This wall here is a retaining wall. It's on a hill and there's earth all behind that. And where it was constructed, I think they've put a retaining wall and then they've built this wall in front. And it was an old bonded system using bitumen, felt roll type things, and we think they've had a problem in this flat for quite a few years. It was bought by a guy who were renting it out, but they were forever having these damp issues. So they called the local damp proofing company in, and I'm smiling because he's an expert. He's a local expert from Sheffield. So his company came in and they basically hacked off a metre high, and then they started to reinstate it, and I think they got it to a certain level, and water was still coming in. So they ended up I think getting kicked off a job because they'd not done it right. They'd done surveys as well, which kind of makes a mockery of he ain't got no qualifications, so I'm not going to go on about him anyway. So it's not the video's not about him; it's about me. Right, so we've got a retaining wall. So what we did, I got called in by a company, and what I did, I've got a bit of waterproofing knowledge. I'm qualified waterproofing surveyor, certificated waterproofing surveyor through PCA, and I've got a bit of knowledge, but for something like this I wanted a proper expert. So I've got a consultant who I fetched in, Peak Waterproofing, Mike Vernon. So we brought Mike in, he did his survey and he put his recommendations down, and then we got a structural engineering as well, because what we were going to do is, what we normally do is a perimeter drainage system and then reinstate it with membranes and things like that. But because it's a retaining wall and because it's a block of flats, we've had to come in sort of around about half a metre or so as not to weaken structure, even though it's only a 50mm by 100 channel that's gone in. We still had reinforcing in. So this is slab on top of this water screed, but this had you can see it here. So I've just had to go around prepping it before I started. So there's been a company in that's done rip art, and they've cut channels. We asked them to, but they're only a rip art company. So now I've got to prep it for waterproofing. So this is like a plastic membrane that's in. I think that was when this wall was built, and then this is old bitumen screed. So I think they put a bonded bitumen screed on as an afterthought. And I think that came out to so far out because it's not over on this wall. Now, as you can see, this channel goes all the way around property, under wall in a square, and then it goes out there, and there's an eco drain out there, so it's gonna run out into that drain. So any water that comes into the structure after we've finished doing this waterproofing, it'll come in, and it'll go into the channel and then run out. So we're managing water that's coming into the property. This was a test hole that was dug out for structural surveyor to see. Yeah, so we've had this bricked up, and we've left this wall here, so they cut these channels in because this water was coming in. Now, what's been happening is you've got, I don't know whether there's a burst drain, a cracked drain, perched water table. It could be a manor out up there. So it could be, you've got hollow zinc clay, and that puts a head of water, which puts pressures against this structure. Now, while we've got this hole cut in here, there's no pressure of water against structure. It's allowing it to find its easiest path, which is that down there. So I'm allowing it to come in. What I'm going to do next, after I've done this video, is I'm going to clean all edge around here, get it cleaned, and then I'm going to put what's called a fillet, a tilted fillet, across that angle all the way around. And I'm going to leave that while it lasts. And then what I'm going to do, just before I put last bit in, is I'm going to stick this in, which is KB Flex 200. And I might do a video when I actually do it last bit. So what I'll do is I'll slice this open, and it's like a putty. So I'll make it into a ball, and then we're going to shove it into that hole, push it right in, and then I'm going to put Natsem over the top of it, which will set like bell metal, and that'll stop any water coming through that hole. And then we're going to put Natsem all the way on that wall, and then on sides, just down sides. So if we do get any water pressure on that, on edge of that, it's going to be stopped by Natsem, and only water that's going to come in then is going to be like an ingress if any comes in, and then the channels will deal with that after, and there'll be a membrane over the top of that, and there's going to be a false wall goes in here, false walls in sides where services are going to go through. So that membrane is going to be curtained. So once we've finished, everything will get reinstated, and it'll be a dry flat, and all water will be behind membrane. It's a big issue, and it's an expensive job to do, but if it weren't done, flat's going to be worthless because nobody wants to live in it, and they're not going to be able to sell it because it's got issues. So once it's finished, there ain't going to be any problems. So that's my first video, and I hope you enjoyed it. You'll probably be, I've got to sit down and edit them, so I'll probably sit and next thing will probably follow. So there'll be a couple of pictures in the next video, hopefully. Although I can't do them too long, so this might be on its own. I might do a series, so this might be first, and there might be a second and a third. That's probably the best way to go into it. So please subscribe and click that bell to see any more videos when I do them. Yeah, click bell and you'll get notified. And I'll see you not next time. Bye bye now. One thing I forgot to tell you, this is on end of that video. So I've got, because it's a bit damp in here, I got this heater from Travis Perkins. But and he says to me, have you got a transformer? And I said, yeah, I've got a transformer. Don't need one. The size of that. It's too big. It's for a different size thing. Look, it's massive. So I've just rung him up and he's just said, I've got a 241 so I can get that. Just thought I'd say that. Schoolboy error. See you later.
Thanks for watching another edition of Damn TV with Dan Sam. Please subscribe and please like the channel and